Welcome back, everyone, to the league that means nothing. 3. Here we are, the apex of round 5. We have the 4-0 bracket today. I am your voice of the league, Ian Holland, and I'm very proud to say that a very good friend of mine, Jamie McCabe, rocking his absolute favourite deck, Ira Scarlet Revenger, is here in the 4-0 bracket. He is taking on Gustavo Vasilotto on Dorinthea Iron Song. So we have an OG battle. We have the OG hero taking on a hero from the OG set. It's going to be a grindy value game. I know Jamie. Jamie loves Ira. Not super gone on the Flick Knives version. Really liking his grindy mid range, quick dodge flexors, breaking scales, threaten a little bit of combo damage, stuff like that. And taking on Dorinthea. Dorinthea, very face up. Anyone who has watched any amount of the card guys knows all about Dorinthea because Josh Lau loves some Dorinthea. Josh Lau, obviously fellow member of the league, that means absolutely nothing. This is an interesting one because it's normally into Ninja. Dorinthea is quite favored because Ninjas doesn't block very well. Ira is not that kind of ninja. She is a grind fest of a hero using her hero ability, which seems so low power to just generate value turn over turn. If you do that long enough, you will eventually outvalue your opponents. But I don't have much more to say to this. Good luck, Gustavo. Good luck, my boy Jamie. Let's throw it over the gameplay and see who walks out of this one.
The League That Means Nothing Season 3 is brought to you in part by Green Tree Sports Cards out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's right, the Yinzers have shown up en masse to support this league that means absolutely nothing. Make sure you go and check them out at greentreesc.tcgplayerpro.com for a variety of TCG events and singles and product, including this favourite card game of ours, Flesh and Blood trading card game, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic. These guys are also the ones behind Camp Green Tree as well, so make sure you go and check them out on all the socials and keep up to date with some more amazing events coming down the line. We'll see you soon. Let's get back to the tournament.
Okay, it looks like we have Jamie going first here, getting his tunic counter, just going to try and filter some cards maybe. Usually I like having Dorinthea go first and just saying like, yeah, show me what you got. But we have a pitch of fate foreseen to send in Kodachi for one. Not the most ideal start. Gustavo taking the one. Haha, first blood, baby. Into Mauling Chi for 6, keeping a card in hand. And 6 is met with 6. Fatal Engagement and a Puncture blocked with 2 cards for 2 cards. Jamie having pitched 2 reds, not ideal to start the game. Showing off that stunning Edge of Autumn playmat that he picked up in, I believe, in Amsterdam. But here we have a great start for Gustavo. Steelblade Supremacy, Unsheath, and Dawn Blade for 9. Threatening to draw a card on hit. 1 card left in hand. Probably some kind of attack reaction. So this Dawnblade has go again thanks to Unsheath. If it hits, we'll be able to attack again thanks to Dorinthea's hero text. And if it hits twice, gets a +1 counter from Dawnblade's text. Jamie immediately dropping out. 7 block there. And boom, also sinking below, putting it up to 11. Does Gustavo have the +3 pump? Oh no, it's only 8. Steelblade Supremacy is a +2, not a +3. I always think of a +3. Oh, Jamie blocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. So the math was right. Just the cards were wrong. The math was right. I was just adding 1 to both sides of the equation there. Jamie here, 2 cards left. Imagine one of them might be another D-React, just in case. Because if that had gone through, we would be in a spot of bother. Thinking about his options here, pitching a flick flack, coming in Kodachi for 1. Dealing 1. Boom. And the first Kodachi for 2 of the game. Kodachi for 1, Kodachi for 2. A battle cry that used to terrify Blitz players everywhere. Moving to Arsenal, card to the bottom, drawing up. Anyone who played Blitz for a long enough time will know Kodachi for 1, Kodachi for 2. Back into another Steelblade Supremacy and a Warrior's Valor. So 0 floating right now, but this is coming in here for 9 now. Actually 9 with Go Again, thanks to on hit Go Again does not have Go Again. On hit it has Go Again. Thank you, Warrior's Valor. 2 cards left. We can infer that the one in Arsenal didn't quite put us over the numbers we needed. Yeah, 8. Go on hit Go Again. Jamie very bravely taking 8. Gustavo gets to draw. Going to filter some resources into the Grains of Blood Spill here, floating 2, allowing us to attack with Dawnblade a second time. Grains of Blood Spill is such a fecking cool card. And then Dawnblade, this time only getting the buff from Steelblade Supremacy, so 5. On hit, draw. Obviously on hit, +1 counter for Dawnblade. 2 cards in hand. Well, 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal. 2 cards available here. Let's see. Jamie says, send me the bill. Have your card. Probably, yeah, making another Vigor token. Going to 27. I know when I said in the preview that this is going to be a grindy defensive matchup, and here we have Jamie going like, no, I'm keeping a 5-card hand. Screw you, buddy. 2 Vigors and our first Dawnblade counter of the match. Tunic to 3, going to start with Sigil, and Sigil going back up to 33. Says a little bit about our blocking. So we have our Barcelona Sigil and our Singapore Sigil, our Merlion Sigil. Pitch a Whelming Gust Wave, Kodachi for 1. Meeting block from the Bolters. And we're going to just send in Command and Conquer for 7. That beautiful new art Command and Conquer. If I wasn't so committed to my Arc Unlimited Command and Conquers, I would consider swapping them out for those Federico beauties there. And that's going to eat the Crown of Providence here for Dorinthea. Going to cycle the Arsenal. Take 4 damage total. Sorry, 5 damage even, because this is +1 from Ira's hero text. Gustavo taking a very aggressive line here. And obviously incentivized to do so because the Dawnblade counters provide a significant amount of momentum. Jamie just going to draw up. Gustavo gets to start his turn with 2 resources. Kind of tells me that the hand is very aggressive and wants to be aggressive. So now we're going to go Command and Performance. When your warriors attack, your warrior attacks, if they are defended by 1 or more attack action cards, you destroy a card in the defending hero's arsenal. But it is also giving +3 to your next warrior attack, and warrior attack includes Dawnblade. So using our other resource, we're going to Dawnblade here for 4. Hopefully, Jamie has some kind of reaction here or something parked in Arsenal or something that doesn't really matter. Either way, we're sending in 7 damages. If Jamie takes 7 here, that will allow Gustavo to keep his Dawnblade counter. It's, however, you 4 cards in hand. Dorinthea gets to play whatever game she wants to play here. Having a wee think is our Jamie, and we're just going to send out this Fate Foreseen, blocking 4, opting 1, leaving it on top, and taking 3 damages. And now freeing up our arsenal so that we may block with attack actions as we see fit. Going to 30. Paying into grains here with this hit and run. And now let's see what Gustavo decides to do with the rest of his cards and resources. So we're going to pay into Braveforge. Dawnblade does not have go again here, but was meant to. Hence the block on the boots for anyone who was wondering. Generally speaking, you want to block with them either to make sure you get value at some point or because you're planning on using it. Now, this Dawnblade is coming in here for 5. Now we've caught the go again. So we're just going to crack out those refraction bolters here. It is fine. It means nothing at the end of the day. That is all that really matters, is just that we're having a good game and not trying to catch people on triggers that they obviously meant to do. It's a lot harder when you're playing over webcam. Yeah, Jamie, taken 5. Here, have a second Dawnblade counter, I guess. I've decided he's not playing this game. We don't want to mess around here. Going to pitch a route to create a second Vigor token. 2 counters on our Dawnblade. In a pretty commanding position here is Gustavo. Kadachi for 1. Dachi for 2. I think I saw Crane Dance and Fine Center, so that could be interesting. Two damage is dealt, and is that it is indeed a sensor. So sensor going to come in here for 5. When this hits a hero, name a card. They can't play the named card until the end of their next turn. Also threaten to draw from Mask of Momentum. Not that there's any go again here, but Gustavo doesn't know that. There could be a Razor Reflex. Jamie has just opted for the strategy of no, you may not. And Gustavo has bought into the fact that that could be a Razor Reflex. Why else would he not block? What sort of absolute headbanger isn't going to block there? Jamie arsenaling a fine centre and playing the mind game of the century. If he gets away with this, this is criminal. Of course, Gustavo doesn't really care that much, doesn't need that many resources to use his turn. He has vigor tokens, so Dawnblade for 5 is a great way to start this turn. And looks like we're dropping a 6 block out here to cover the 5. Asking, do you have it? We do indeed have a Glint the Quicksilver to draw us a card. And a Singing Steelblade to push this up to 6. Now we get to search our deck for an attack reaction to play this Chain Link. And in this case, I would imagine it's going to be an Iron Song response. No, even better, it is a route. So we're going to go +3 and bounce a defending card to hand. Putting either a Dishonor or a Crane Dance. It looks like Jamie Lee is getting his Crane Dance back. So dealing 6, 8 total versus 3. So dealing 5 damage through blocks here. Jesus, Jamie, why didn't you block with more cards? Come on. We have our sink below anyway to put this up to 7. And then using Tunic with quick dodge flexors coming up here. So we are now blocking a full 9. Well done, Jamie. Covering that up very nicely. So we have reset the Dawnblade. We have gotten away with Stone Bloody Murder. Pitch Crane Dance could ask you for 1. 1 is dealt. Crane Dance. Using another resource could ask you for 2, blocked by Brave Forge Bracers. And then here's that fine center we were talking about earlier, the one that Gustavo had bought into the fact that it must be a Razor Reflex. So 2 dealt from the fine center, Arsenal pass. Glistening Steelblade, Iron Song response. Now this is a powerful combination of cards. So this is Dawnblade for 4 with Dominate. If it hits, we get a counter. And every hit gets a new counter for our Dawnblade. So putting out 3 block here. And there is a brand new card, Shelter from the Storm. So 4 on top of this. So we are currently blocking 7 on 4, stuffing the turn entirely. And momentum, all of a sudden, straight over into Ira's corner. Ticking up Tunic, Pitch Warmongers. In comes Bittering Thorns. Red, so from the Tolarian Community College, friend of Go Again Gaming, friend of all TCG players, really, just wants to see us get the best value. Bittering Thorns coming in for 4 on hit +1 to your next attack. So on hit, Ira text. And could mean a Command and Conquer for 8. But we are dealing the damage here to Gustavo, and then into Command and Conquer. +1 from Ira, +1 from Bittering Thorns, threatening 8, demanding at least 2 cards and some amount of blocking armor. No reactions to be played this chain link. And yes, we're going to get Spoils of War, a blue overpower, and our first piece of block on the grades of Bloodspill. Jamie drawing up here. Gustavo, 2 cards in hand, plus Arsenal. Spent all that time, pitching a yellow, not what you want to be doing as Dorinthea. Jamie McCabe, obviously going to be very happy to see that. Iron Song Determination getting pitched. And we're going to Blade Flurry this Dawnblade. So it's going to go up to 5. And no further reactions. So 5 damage is just dealt. Paying into grains. Card to the Arsenal. Let's see what have you got, Jamie, in this 4-card hand. Could ask you for 1. Being give and take coming in here for 4. So 4 go again. If you block with an action card, you may put an action card with cost less than its power from your graveyard on top of the deck. Dorinthea, obviously able to block pretty efficiently with reactions, but still taking 4 into Kodachi for 1. And then finishing up here with a Mauling Chief for 5, Threatening Mask, technically 6 because of breaking scales. So blocking that one. So Dawnblade, give Dawnblade go again. Jamie Lee taking 3. Making our Vigor token with grains, paying into Braveforge Bracers, and sending in Dawnblade here for 4. So let's see where we go. We have let Gustavo have his counter. Means our hand is very threatening, I would imagine. Kodachi for 1. Ding. Into Spinning Wheel Kick here for 5. Blocking 5 here. We close in the combat chain. We are going to dual threat. New card from the hunted. +3 to our next weapon. And +3 to our next attack if we've attacked with a weapon and an attack action, which we have done. So now we have Kodachi for 4 go again. And 1 card left in hand. If it's an attack action, gets +3 from this dual threat. Taking one, blocking with this Glint the Quicksilver here. And then Sensor coming in here for 8. So +3 from our dual threat, coming in for 8. On hit, name a card. Gustavo with 1 card in hand, 2 block in armor left. Not great when you're at 13. Taking 5 of this 8, forcing Jamie to name a card. Kind of hard to do when your opponent has feckin' no cards. I would think Iron Song Response, perfect name here. Named Unsheath. Yeah, sure. Just taking the damage here is our Jamie 9 life to 8 here. But Ira still with 4 block in armor, or 3 block in armor is not too bad. And Kodachi for 1 being met with the Brave Forge bracers now. Into Kodachi for 2, being blocked by Commanding Performance. And now here's a dual threat. So we must have an attack action. We do. We have the weakest link. Weakest link coming in here for 9. Probably not going to find any no blocks in Dorinthea's hand. But hey, 9 damage is 9 damage when your opponent's at 8, hey? Especially when they have 2 cards in hand. So 3 cards in hand even. So taking 3 here has to reveal this last card. It is a blue. Holding on to the blue for some attacking value, no doubt. Jamie drawing up. In comes Dawnblade for 4. Might be time to give up on our Mask of Momentum. I mean, it's not like if we hit 3 times, we might just win the game. We're getting close to a Kodachi lock situation for Jamie, who is giving up 3 block in armor and what looks like a nasty surprise. So we're giving up 6 block total. Have decided this game is probably not going Mask of Momentum long anymore. Pitching another nasty surprise, Kodachi for 1, which is going to eat the grains. Command and Conquer for 7. Just good numbers here. Gustavo checking the arsenal there, going like, wait, what is this again? It's been here for a while. Asking for 3 cards now. So unsheathed and taking 4, losing our own Command and Conquer here. And here we go. Spoils of War. Dawnblade for 5. On hit. Can attack again. 1 card in hand. This is kind of a last stand-ish adjacent situation for Gustavo. Jamie is going to be able to threaten 2 cards every turn for the rest of the game just with Kodachis. Any extra cards are just infinitely more value. So we're sending Dawnblade for 5, go again on hit, can attack again. And even at that, unless we have a reaction in hand, there is no lethal here. There is threatening to put Jamie to 1. But Jamie is just going to block out here, blocking 9 on 5. There is no pump in this game that is going to get it over that. that I am aware of for at least for one cost. And if it is, it's not going to attack again afterwards. But here we have, hey, give me a card for this Kodachi. Hey, give me a card. It's a Kodachi. And if this is an attack, then we get another card. But we do not this time. We're sinking. Jamie just enjoying keeping super safe, just holding a blue whenever he needs it, pitching Twinning Blade for Dawnblade. So this is coming in here for 3, 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal. We know the pump on it is not 4 anyway. It was in fact a Blade Flurry, so this is putting it up to 5. And I believe, yeah, we have no go again here, so that is all that we are going to be able to do. Moving to Arsenal and passing. Enlightened Strike coming in here for Jamie, who's at 4 now from that last turn, coming in for 5, taking 2 cards. Enlightened Strike coming in for 8. We'll take the rest of the hand, unless Gustavo has a defense reaction in Arsenal. That's gonna be all she wrote, or double defense reaction in hand. That was it. And it does not look like we can get there. Oh no, I spoke too soon. We did indeed keep a sink below for the Arsenal. But now Ira gets to keep a 4-card hand plus the Arsenal. Arsenal, I would put money on being a defense reaction because we have not seen it move in a while. But we're going to pitch a Flick Flack for a red Bittering Thorns coming in for 4. 4 go again. On hit, death. So that's going to be met with 2 cards. Pitching a Flick Flack. Kodachi for 2. This is going to eat another card. And it's going to be a Steel Blade Shunt into Kodachi. And that is lethal. A brutal display here for Jamie, and it was indeed, yeah, a Flick Flack in Arsenal. I feel like the writing was on the wall. Gustavo could have sequenced some blocks better to make it through that turn, but whether you're going to be able to even keep playing the game after a certain point is a different story altogether. Well done, Jamie, moving to 5-0, top of the league, baby. We love to see it. We love to see an Irishman absolutely smashing everywhere and anyone who gets in his way. This is a great day for the parish. Commiserations, Gustavo. I wish I could be more sorry, but I'd love to see my boy Jamie win. Really well played, had super good tempo early, but Ira just able to grind their way back in. That's what they do. Mask of Momentum, forcing some awkward blocks. You know how it is. Well done, Jamie. And really well played game from both players. And if you thought so, please make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment down below. Tell us what you thought of the gameplay. And while after you've done that, make sure you're subscribed. You get all your notifications for the league that means absolutely nothing season 3 and beyond into your YouTube notifications. But that is all I have time for today. I have been Ian Holland, your voice of the league. Finals_spirit on Twitter, finalspirit.bsky.social on Blue Sky. And until the next time, have a good time. I'll see you in the next one.